I'm never going to code again. And even if you don't know anything about coding, in the next few years, you'll be able to write programs without really knowing much. Check out this demo I put together on Claude Desktop and the Model Context Protocol.
So this is my portfolio right now. It looks terrible because I had an AI bot basically write the code and execute this to create filters for each one of these projects. So I can click on this and like it works. You can see that I use this system and I did this project with this system. See Ethereum, I have that one too. Should probably put the other ones with tags. But it looks really ugly, but it's functional. Now what's the interesting part is that I'm using Claude Desktop and I gave it a bunch of access to my file system, to GitHub, and basically it could make changes and write it on its own if you just talk to it. So I'm gonna try to see if it can make some updates to my code and watch it happen live.
So I'm just fast forwarding this so you don't have to sit there and watch me think about what the prompt should be, and you just see the ending.
All right, let's see if it's able to do it. So first it's basically gonna listen to the instructions, try to figure out what changes to make. So it says, I hope you modify the filter to use a search bar with selected skills displayed as tags below it. Let's update the skills filter component. So first of all, it created that skills filter component and it's writing all the code for it right now. If you look at my code here, we should have a skills filter component. So in my components folder, I have this here, and this is the file that it's writing right now. So it's making some updates. It's still not done. It's giving me some notes. So a new filter component includes a search bar and then basically just reiterating all the stuff that I said. Let's see, sole suggestions for as you type. So I didn't even ask for that. That's a great addition though. Filters out already selected skills from suggestions. Yeah, that makes sense. Allows you to press enter to select the first suggestion. Yep, that works. Allows clicking on suggestions to select them. Interesting. I got to see how that works in practice. Selected skills appear as tags below the search bar. Each tag has a remove button. Again, something I didn't even think about, but that's great. Yeah, I want to remove the tags. Tags are styled with a nice rounded look. It's basically just looking at my already existing interface and making that assumption. Tags are easy to remove by clicking the X button. All right, that's great. User experience improvements. Suggest drop down closes when clicking outside. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, so it looks like it's going to suggest a few different things that it thinks I'm thinking about right below the search bar. But if I click anywhere else, then that'll disappear. Search bar clears after selecting a skill. Focus returns to search bar after selecting a skill. Yep, that makes sense. Keyboard navigation support. That's great. Clear visual feedback on interactions. Awesome. Some animations I didn't even consider. It kind of like closed this off, so that means it actually did it. Let's see, the interface is now user-friendly and similar to modern tag selection interfaces you might see in other applications. Cool, so it's following best practices, essentially. All right, yada, yada, yada. There were some changes to my code. I can also look at my GitHub repo and see what changes were made here. It was made to the skills filter. This was actually when I initially added it. I guess it's going to be like this no matter what since it created those files. But let's see what changes are made. So my server has been running this whole time while those changes were made. So we probably could have watched it happen live. But it came out like this. So filter by skills. Let's see. Python. Okay, so you can see this suggestion here. Might want to move stuff down. But I select Python, and this is one of the projects I used Python for. Probably going to change the color and the styling, but the whole point is that it wrote code by basic language, implemented it, and it's running locally. And I know the next step, what I could do if I really want it, is to allow it to make git commits. I already connected it to my GitHub. So in theory, it could even, well, not even theory, it could actually, I just have to set it up, make the updates to my GitHub repo. GitHub's already set up to update your production site. So, you know, I have my website at this URL. It could make those changes and have it reflected on my main domain all by itself. So we're entering a crazy era, and that was my quick demo on what's possible. Peace.